Hey, we're broadcasting live. Yeah, just a little something, just having a little what I would say, I don't know say instruction, yeah, instructions, about what's going on and why. Right now is what they call Christmas time, and we did we did take that time to well, I just want to say let the great speak. And after she speak, I just want to just say something, let her say hi, whatever, or give her greetings. How she do, what she do. Hey.
There you go. Hi, this is the great Fatima, America, and I'm coming to you live and not Memorex at this point on this vehicle, this venue, and it's a good thing to be here. I'm happy to be here. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to say. There's a lot to tell. There's a lot to teach. There's a lot to learn. So this is what we're about right now. And we are serious. We're going and kicking it up a notch. There are two and three. There are individuals that are in place that are scattered around the world, and they are implementing what is needed, what has been long overdue, and that's the energy, the positive. One thing is the positive energy of the womb man, the man with the womb. And this is what we're about. We have to get things right. We're excited about it. It's a good thing. We're looking for individuals, women, that are in this in the mode of wanting to make a difference for the entire earth, the entire earth. It starts at home. Charity starts at home, and it spreads abroad. So we're looking for individuals that want to make the difference, want to make a difference. This is wonderful. This mode and modem that we're in now is timely. We have to use and utilize everything that we have at our disposal, and we're getting this message out. And I thank the Most High God for it. And this is what this is what it's about. The season of the holidays and the holy days and this manner right here that's going through. That's not what it's about. That's not the important thing. The important thing is what we're about to bring to you and present to you at this time. So I'm handing it back over to you.
Yes, and thank you very much, great And you can also be a and I don't know about the great part that's kind of taken, So I give her props because it was a hard road to travel over. Uh, Even though there were a lot of people that was there helping, many fell asleep on the journey and with their responsibility. Well, today we're going to speak about Christmas and this particular time. In this particular time of Christmas, we have to reap out the good of how we utilize this particular time as being oppressed or depressed, or as even go back to the far as saying straight up slavery, and then what we have the new form of slavery, which is called salary. And like they took the word slavery, they took out the V, and they made it salary, and they used their tool that's called the tool is really what they call loot. TOOL is tool, LOOT is loot, which they call money from the word harmony, and they used the symbol, in the shape of a rectangle, you see, to recreation, and they put their face, the image of who they say the beast or basically the best, and they put their best or the beast, their face in the place to take away your self pride, You see, is a way of destroying your ego and destroying your self worth. You know, it's a subliminal seduction. You know, and this is why they have their face on it. It's not really necessary to put anybody's face on any type of currency, but the word that they use, the tool that they use is a destructive tool. And at this particular time, this time of this holiday, which they consider to be their holy day, right? It actually started in Halloween, right? And this Halloween, right, with many sacrifices and killing, you know, and things of that nature. And it starts from Halloween uh, to uh, to New Year's Eve, and then they start the economical process of returning you back to the individual governors, which is the states, individual cities, individual corporations from the word cooperation, which is individuals have fictitious names for business, right? And that name is almost like a real person. And what I want to say about this particular time that we're in right now, you know, on their calendar, because any calendar that you look at, if you're looking at their calendar, which many of you are, and this is why I'm explaining it to you, you know, because I don't recognize their calendar and I don't worry about their holidays. I don't worry about their Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And when you get with the she will teach you a way where you will be above that. You will be out of her being the best or the beast, her being the one that has oppressed us, and her system, because there is no gender. This is why they say, well, come out of her, or why is the earth named she? Because there is no gender. The gender was the first thing that they did, right? The word gender is actually two words. The first word, gen, right, is represented in the scriptures as evil. And the word dear and gender, right, it means majestic. So if you say dear John, you really was saying majestic. If you say Mr. or Mrs., right, you was actually saying like noble. See, this is how the translation got slipped from the English to from the original language. You know, it would have been you see, and was a single mother. It's a three or four or we say seven, just to say it would be right? And then the whole nation, right, in that particular country, right, it would be ummat. You see, but and when you say woman today, you're using the W, and so it's two U's, the doubling of the U. So you're really saying, you're not saying whoa, you're saying so you're saying omen, right? And the omen that you're saying is when you say O or cipher or zero and men, which means plural of all of y'all, as y'all are. The omen is they say protection. You are the protectors. You are the God is, or the goddess, as they say, this God who protected man. Man was the God, right, that protected you once he came out of his womb. That was his responsibility. Your duty and responsibility as a right, or the man, or the woman, which they call the woman today, right? Because they call you the woman today because they stopped you. When you get on a horse and you say whoa, that's the universal sound that's gonna make that horse stop. You see? So if you say yeah, right, it's gonna go, because yeah represents life and energy. And when you run, RUN, That's like NUR, which is NOR, which means energy. When you walk, WALK, that's KALM, which is calm. And that's what people now is they're calm. They're not exerting the energy that we need for the particular environment that we live in. This is why people grow out of themselves and they get heavy, because they're not exerting the energy that it takes in the mission of life, period. You see, they were put here, and only those who had extra, they would exercise. You see, that X was the unknown size and the movements that they would have to make. Because if you look at a door, you would see that a door, you would always open that door with your right hand if you're right-handed, or left hand if you're left-handed. And most people are right-handed, not by choice, but by teaching. Just like women use their femininity, they're not balanced because of charm school, and they teach you how to use your femininity, because the feminine energy that you have is the heavenly energy. The masculine is the earthly. You see, so they teach you to use your feminine, but they don't teach you to use your masculine. So even though by law and by nature, the nature of nature, you as a woman is the earth, connected to the earth, and is owner of the earth. And this ownership is the collective you, and that's where you have what we call the the collectively. If you by yourself, you see, then you are not in the loop. If you out of the loop, you won't have the power. And that's the first thing that they did. They separated you. They separated you from yourself. You see, they set by saying gender, and that's the first thing we're talking about. So there is no gender. When that child come out your womb, that is you again. Only man who you created comes and say, well, we're different. And this is why he celebrate birthdays. He celebrate birthdays because that's his selfish way of excluding you out of the whole creative process that you've done in the womb. So you're saying happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. That is to that individual, right? And more so to man than the one you duplicate yourself again as the woman or the man or the because when you duplicate yourself as a woman, right? When you say childbearing, you call her a daughter. That word daughter is the word doubter. So she doubts herself, and she further doubts herself and further doubts herself. And all these leaders that's been there, now they talking about they looking for the Mahdi. Is it Yahuda is in Hebrew, and the Mahdi. You see? So if they looking for the Mahdi, one that would come to straighten this all out, put women back where they need to do, and show who she really is, what have they been doing all these years? They have been either you with the truth 100%, which is called El Haq, or you're not with the truth. And when these people deviated from the truth, you see, they lied. And that's what most of your men today, they lie. And you say, well, how do you know? Because the information that I have, right, if I was to straight give it to you, you would not accept it. Because man is your creation. But if you knew that I was not a man, and I was more than a man, and I was more than a woman, then I would be something else and different. So that's how I came to some. So the words is getting out of who you are by who you can see eye to eye with. Because you cannot see eye to eye with me. You see, I'm on a higher frequency than you are. And that's not a problem to me. Because you have your delegates who passed the test, just like I had to pass the test from the heavens to get the position. They had to pass the test to get their position. And once they start working with the position and listening to instructions, just like me, that's how it works. That's how the heavens work. Because we're all still in the heavens. This is, you say you're going to heaven. Just imagine if you was cut off from the heavens. You wouldn't be breathing. You wouldn't be talking. Your body wouldn't work. Your sensors, that you use to analyze what's going on, it wouldn't work. It's just that you forgot how to make that connection. You call it up or down. There is no such thing as up and down. It's in and out. And in and out, it goes by way of density and vibrations. And when you vibrate with the original sound of the and the words of the and I'm gonna do it one time for you, so you can always go back to this, and you can always realign yourself. And it goes like this. And if you do that, what happens, you will purify yourself. You'll purify the vibrations of that's been coming to you all day long, right? And you will intune yourself with not only your other people that is doing it, but with the real, the whole life, the rotation of the planets. You'll tune yourself back with the essence of who you are, because you are not the body. The body is the dense part that goes back to its essence, which is the ground of the earth. They would call you the earth because your responsibility on earth, but you're not the earth. You're not the body. You're not the vehicle. So today, go back. We're going back. You can use that chant, that humming vibrations, to release. It's like washing. Like if you wash something, you right. You see, those vibrations for your inside will raise your latent energies, the powers that you have that's not active. And that's a very, very special part of what I came to do. When I said when I came to do, the spirit that lives in me want to connect with your spirit. That's how we have the connection. What they're trying to do now is the flesh connecting with the flesh to bring more fleshly people, so they can rule you. Because if your mind is not in a system, and that particular system, I'm going to tell you the system is, that particular system is called today Islam, but it's not Islam, because we have no religion. We have a way of life. And in our way of life, we make changes. And not only do we make changes, we give to others so they can be and do and control their beastly nature. And that's what the subject is today, about who is who on the planet Earth, and how there's two types of people on the planet. And from those two types of people came everyone else. And the first was the ones who helped in creation, and they left their children, which is called the children of the Elohim. And not to know who their children was, they left a coating of melanin. This particular color, or this particular chemical, is for a lot of different things, and that's a whole nother thing. But on site, the color is copper evolving into a green hue color. Now, those who say melanin and they have dark, like black or blue black or close to frosty black, that is because their system is poisoned. The oxygen, they're rusted inside. You see? So what they try to do, it's like they try to use that, but that is not the proper. It's like a piece of fruit. You can take a piece of fruit that's rotten and you can still eat it. See, but that's not the optimum. See? So what I'm here to show you, if you look at the screen and you look at my face, that's the optimum. If you look at my face right now and you see the shining, that is the energy within shining out. That's not the light. That's the light within meeting what you see, the light that's out. That's why you have to learn who you are. You're not the body. They took you from yourself and they made you feel that you are a body. And this is what they did. They used the word cosmetology from the word cosmos. Cosmos, and cosmos as the stars, cosmos as the different galaxies. And they put that in your face. They put that to mean your face, for you to be beautiful, in your hair, you know, and they kill your hair. Your hair is a three-dimensional shaft, just like the body is three-dimensional. Your body is solid, liquids, and gases. Your hair is solid, liquids, and gases. And the gases in your hair is similar to the waves of energy that emits from your hair. And you used to have it and used to know it, because if you put a comb through your hair, it would spark, because you were that generator of energy. We are electromagnetic energy, which they call soul, but actually it's more like solar energy within. That's the essence. But that's part of who you are, because you are that collective. So when you start as an individual, you're lost, because you won't have enough strength. You see, that's like scenario of you need 6 batteries to run something, and you only have 1 battery. It's not going to work. Even though the battery's charged, you could be charged up, but if you're not with your species, that's the first thing they did. They divided your species. The first thing they did, they divided your species, and the way they did that was through color. The color pink and the color blue. Now the color blue, right, was representing the sky. So from the sky, right, to the darkness, or the dark blue, they use that for their fighting, or what I would say killing. The pink represents your vagina and your insides. That pink, right, is P-I-N-K. The P, the B, the D, and the G on lowercase in English is the same symbol. So when you say P-I-N-K, you're really saying K-I-N-G. The true kings, which is the womb. Now, in Arabic or Hebrew, it's Malik. Malakut was the realm of the angels that helped to create Malika, which is the womb man, who she created Malik, which was the son, which they call the king. So what was happening now, Malik, the son, or Malik, is ruling, but he's ruling in the wrong direction. He's ruling on his own behalf. We call it disagreeable. He disagrees because he know not what he do. And that's the whole thing with Isa ibn Maryam, or what they call Jesus Christ, or Tammuz, and a lot of other names. They know not what they do because man put women in a hostage situation. And that's another reason we left Egypt. Not that Egypt was bad. It's just that the children of the Elohims, who they call pharaohs, which only means for real, they was the for real people because they was the deities. But the deities was the woman that you really never, they don't ever really write about. She was running things. This can be seen today, right, with the Uruguay League. And I say Uruguay League because this particular country, America, the representation and the foundation, right, of we the people, right, was from the Uruguay League. And those from Europe, Ben Franklin and Thomas Jefferson, right? The word Ben means son. The word Thomas and Thomas Jefferson means Thutmose. You see, Thutmose is the same name as Moses. So each name, the word name, is N-A-M-E, which is E-M-A-N, backwards, which is Iman, which means faith. Now the faith, right, which your works, right, equal your deeds. When you finish your deeds, then they say you finish your deeds and you're dead. Death is a process, right, of you filling out your deeds. If you're sick while you traveling this earth, right, that means you're only seeking to be well. Let's go all the way back. Say, rewind selector. We're here today to let you know that we must come out of her and her children's ways of celebrating who we are, Christ. The word Christ means, it's a Latin word, it means Christos. It means special. These special people was the children of the Elohim who came and helped speed up evolution, put you in a garden and taught you the rules of how to deal with this world. It said, thou shalt not kill. So, why are we still at war with each other? If Jesus came, as y'all say, and he saved the world through him dying, as y'all say, why are we still at war? When it said, Moses said, if Jesus said, I come to fulfill the law, and the law of Moses said, thou shalt not kill, why is there still war? The word war is the word raw. And actually, the WAR is or which means fire. Fire is a force predominantly used for destruction. So these things we say with the infinite flow to manifest the truth and let the light grow in you. Because if the light is not started back in you, you're going to get cold. When you get cold, your body's not going to be able to respond to your immune system, and you're going to be invaded by the little other organisms, what they call microscopic, things that you cannot see. And this is in tune with your extrasensory perception that you should be aware of through your thoughts, your ways, your action, and your deeds. Now, we got to this point, and we just want to, I'm going to let say something. Then we're going to go on because I actually want to get this to YouTube, and I only allowed to talk 10 minutes on YouTube, and then I got to cut it off. And right now it's at 31 minutes strong. These things we say with the infinite flow, there's no stopping us to manifest the truth and let the love and the love light grow inside of each one of you. But before I let you speak to I just want you to know that it's two types of people. You have the children of the Elohim, and then you have the ones that evolve, and those without melanin, right? They say they are cursed. The word curse is actually the way they were supposed to be healed. The word curse is Koresh. Koresh is Christ. Those are the ones that was taken by Abraham through the Caucasus Mountains and showed them how they can heal themselves until we came up with the mercy that is employed today. And that's why we have the pharmacy. The word pharmacy means for mercy, which is the chemicals that they need to maintain themselves. We were told not to mingle with them, not to have sex with them because of their bad habits that they had in the Caucasus Mountains, which is called bestiality, and what they acquired within their genes that will not be taken away. And all those who fall to that side and deal with these, we call them mankind, the kind of a man, not the original man. So we're going to get back to the great and let her give you a review of what I said. And she got like 5 minutes to give you a review. Then we're going to go back, and then I'm going to tell you something very important about the holidays.
In essence, thank you. Thank you very much. In essence, as I stated prior, there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to be said. There's a lot to teach. We must be deprogrammed in the areas that we have been programmed in. And we basically and literally have been deprogrammed, programmed rather, to destroy ourselves. The history that has just been uttered to you is true. It is true. You may not want to, well, you don't have any choice. You have to acknowledge it because it's here and it's the truth. The truth will set you free. Things like the truth hurts, the truth heals. All of that is, as it's stated, true. So, and there are two types of people. There are two types of children. There are children of Elohim, and there are children without melanin. There's no two ways around it. And what we're doing and in 2011 at this point in time is getting ready for 2012. 2012 is going to be an astronomical year. It's going to be a power-packed filled year. And we're all going to finish us. We're all going to uh, experience the energy that 2012 has to offer or has for us. There are a lot of people, because of the things that have been implemented as of this date, that are not going to make it. Um, Not by my stating, only I can just see. We can see what is unfolding. But these are things that have been put in place by the powers that are. So, in order to save yourself, in order to save ourselves, you must learn the truth, and the truth is being put in your face. So, the order of the day is to look, listen, learn, and apply. The information that is being put to you today. We're transcending. We're going up, back up, into the knowledge that is meant for us to understand, know, and embrace, and implement and carry out. I mean, which is the same thing as implement. It's a wonderful thing. It's always good to get back on point. It's always good. Because becoming back on point has the backing and blessings of the Most High. And it is something that has to happen. Your coming days, your coming weeks, coming hours, your coming days, weeks, months, years, decades will be totally changed. As of now, going into 2012, it is inevitable, and let's embrace it. If you can embrace propaganda such as that which is going on now, and that if you can embrace and have embraced being programmed for someone else's betterment or from another kind's agenda, then you surely can embrace that which is good and for your betterment, for your straightening out. All too often, we did not know what our heritage was or is. No language, no language. We did not know all of that. Now you can learn it. I'm enthusiastic about the entire thing. We are getting into place, as I stated earlier, some very poignant, powerful, positive energies. The energy of the womb man. One of the areas is in Houston, Texas. Very, very powerful. And that's not where it's going to stop at all. It's spreading. As I like to say, like warm butter. Warm butter is hard to contain. Don't put that on a flat surface. It'll go everywhere. And that's what is happening now. We have the blessings of the Most High God. Yes. I'm embracing it. I've embraced it. This is no hocus pocus. This is no fairy tale. This is the real deal. And it's a good thing. So, at this point, this is only a series. This is only the beginning, I want to say. In a series of getting back on point. And once we're back on point, the womb man and her children, man, then you'll see a whole total, absolute difference. No more war, as was explained. Go back over this broadcast. No more wars. No more No more of the negativism that has been implemented on you, on us, on we. So let's embrace it. I am looking, so I have one. I need 5 more aware or conscious individuals on getting back the position of the womb man. I need 5 more of you. If you, and as you are determined to know, as you know that something is wrong and you don't know what it is, you've always had dreams, you've always had visions. Dreams, in essence, when you're dreaming, you're asleep, so you're waking up. You want to start living your past passions or your passions. Contact me, and we will go ahead and go over and into the process. As we've stated, as I stated, there are individuals that are absolutely on their marks. And they're not only just now saying, get set, ready, and go. They are actually doing things. And the Most High is all in it. They have his backing. They have the backing of the Elohim. So let's get on it. Look forward to it. No longer be fooled by the lies of man. Let us teach you. Come and learn what it is now past time, for you to learn. Come, join us. I want to thank you for this time airtime to give, verbalize and vibrate that particular energy and information. Those of us who are and am, embrace it. Thank you.
Well, thank you, great for your concern for the world. And it will be appreciated. Now, I just want to tell everybody that that's the great and she will be the spokesperson for this new. When we say new, we say extra, because there's nothing new under the sun. It basically, I've been here for a while, and we just waited for the right timing. You see, right timing. Time really doesn't exist, so we're waiting for the right new crop of children to come, and those children of all ages. Always be reminded of a day with the Lord is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is a day, and that can go for many different ways. As we'll continue in our series to explain that. And I just hope you got some words. I'm trying to put it together where you can have different segments of different timings. So we're like 43 minutes into it right now. So I'm just going to go to just get 1 hour. So you can have a complete hour, of the newness of who you are when you find yourself waking up. And many of you will find yourself waking up from the sound of the It's called the Ayin principle. You say Ayin, Ayin, Ayin. And you do that. And then there's other things of full range of motion, like say your finger dexterities. You have to use it, because the environment that we're living in is a dangerous environment. It's an environment where you're not utilizing your muscles, and when you don't do that, the ligament starts to contract, and they start to get arthritis. People say carpal tunnel and all these other names, but what it is that you're not utilizing the exercise that you need to maintain. Just like breathing, there's a special breathing that will take away, I would say, more than half of the ailments that you have because your body is not being fueled properly with oxygen. Oxidize. By oxidize, I mean breathing in and taking in lots of oxygen. And it depends. I didn't teach it before because the first thing was to get people out of the cities. Because if you start to oxidize and start to breathe in now, you would deteriorate at a rapid pace because of the pollution that is in the environment in many cities. So the first thing what we on now is called the exodus. We are making our way out of the big cities, and it's not a thing where you have to do it in an emergency. It's not a panic, but it's a must. You know, and once you get out of there, you can, while you're there, um, the first thing about the cities is the electricity. We are electromagnetic energy. So what they have done, they bring in too much electricity through the city, even though you think that you don't, it doesn't affect you. But if you think about it, let me show you why it does and how it does. I'm quite sure you've seen pictures of rural areas where they have the electricity with the high watt voltage boxes and they got the wire coming down, and then people was considered to have cancer. You know, but the whole scenario, let's say New York City, all the power that's going in New York City is going through you. That insulation, right? That it goes through the insulation is still going through, and it's still being used, and it's still coming out, and things are plugged in, and uh, okay, give me a good example. We're talking about the raw energy. We're not even talking about the appliance. Now they got this thing, or it's HDTV. The waves in the HDTV is killing you when you sit there in front of the TV or the television or whatever you want to call it now, right? Those waves is killing you. This is the way where they structured. First of all, you're in a house. That's HOUSC. That's basically when you're in the house and you're a woman, you consider the host. The word host is hostage. HOST and AGE. AGE is GEA, which your body is Gea, which is geology, which is the earth, is the dense part of you. We're going a little bit fast, but these are the things that you need to know. Because this is like elementary knowledge. This is not middle school, this is not high school, and this is not when you all come together as a ummah in different countries and then start building. No woman who has a child should have a need for anything. There's enough resources. Man has played games through military, through NASA. The word NASA is actually the word Nazi. The word NASA is the word Nazi. They took all the scientists out of Germany because they had to, because they was on the brink of learning how to do the atomic bomb. So they had to make a deal with them. They brought them over here. Others was on the brink of doing other experiments and going to the moon and space travel and things like that. So they took that, and most of it is a plot, and most of it's a scam. But the money that they use for aeronautics and the budget that is used is supposed to be dispensed, give out, utilized for the woman of the world. The money that they spend in war, we're just talking about going to space. We're not even talking about war, with missiles too, could be used for every woman on the planet to communicate, webinars with technology. Let me tell you how they got the technology. The technology, but they got a man called Tosar, and he was the first one to do wireless electronics and stuff like that. Most of the knowledge that they got, a lot of it came from the pyramids, but most of it came from the spaceships that came down interplanetary and left it. They left it because they knew that humans, the ones that was evolving, not the children of the Elohim, but the ones that was evolving, they was greedy. So they gave it to them, left it, right? Because energy cannot be destroyed. So if you see someone or space, or somebody look like a space person, right? Or if you see somebody like, say, just go back into slavery time, back in the days, see a black man on a tree, you get emotion. First of all, that essence of that body was there. The pain, if you see them hanging on a tree or burnt alive or something, and they show you that picture, that's just to arouse your emotions, so you be unemotional. So from your emotions, you'll make bad motions, and then you'll break the law of the land, because there is a law of the land. And this is the reason why we must get into law. The first book is your Bible, and I'm telling you why it's the Bible, because the Bible is a living Bible. Even though Europeans translated it and they preserved it, and they have to get their props. You can't just disregard it. You're reading that Bible from King James. You worrying about what he did, and that's not the issue. The issue that the Elohim made sure that you had something, so when we came, you would have a reference point. You see. Now, I also have a Elohim Bible. You see, that was written by Sheikh Elohim, right? And Sheikh Elohim is from the order of Gabriel. Now, Gabriel is the angel of revelations, the one that speaks and reveals on how to put things together. The angel, as you call him, Gabriel, is the one that they're looking for, called the Mahdi. The Mahdi only means guide. So when those who's evolving, what we call mankind, his translation only goes to the physical realm. His crown chakra was cut off. It wasn't open. So therefore, he always had to have a high priest. Now the name high priest, or what the high priest represent, was the word priest means pre-exist, before this type of environment. We could take it up to its origin beyond the sky and utilize and see what is here. See, man has become blind that don't understand that the earth is a living organism. It beats, it cries, it hurts, it shocks, and that was to show you of who you are. So when you have natural, then you have supernatural effects that protects. The natural is here to embrace and to help man. The supernatural is to keep man in check. And when we say man, we're saying man with no gender. So when you're looking at the white man, you must also look at who created the white man. And when they say devil, right, they're talking about all men. You see? And when you read the Bible, it'll tell you that some devils or some bad angels, right, still did the right thing. It's just that their mission on earth was either to bind up or maintain something. And that something was those who are not going to the other side. There's two sides. It's two spears. Just like you have earth and you have the sun. You have hell. The word hell means he's ill. H-E and L-L. He's ill. He's ill. That's it. Hell. The word on the other side is he, A-L, or heal. The word heal, A-L, means the. A-L means the. L-E means the. And E-L means the. So in the he, when it says heal, the he is H-E and it's H-U and it's H-I. H-U is energy. H-I is, as they were saying, is the location of a higher high. And H-O, right, is actually the original. When they say H-O or O-H-O, right, when they say ho. The ho is the short version of H-O, W-H-O, right, or H-O-L-E, which is whole, which is actually the vagina. So there's no way that the woman cannot be erased by the vibrations of her creation. It's just that she must know and she must relearn. She must, as the great said, must be deprogrammed. And that's what this word up here is right there. If you can see right there. I cannot get it. I can't get it. There you go. It says the first deprogrammer. But that's the first deprogram. The first deprogram coming up. So just to backtrack what we was talking about right now in this session, right? Speaking about these holidays. Holidays is fake. Has nothing to do with your holiness and your soul or your solar within your electromagnetic energy. You must learn how to regroup and to balance yourself out, to deal with your femininity, which is creative force, and your masculinity, which is your, not your killing or your destructive force. You see? So it's two different forces. You see? And they want you, by charm school, they wanted you to go and just be all feminine, don't worry about nothing, spoiled. You know, that's why you can't spoil the child. You're still the child of the Most High. You cannot be spoiled. You know, you need to get up in the morning. When the sun rise, you rise. When the sun go down, you are supposed to be down. You see? And this is for this particular location that we're in. You see? Because then when you read other scriptures that we're not talking about, not going to be just talking about the Bible right now, they tell you to get up half of the night. When in reality, half of the night is the new day. It's the new day. So when the sun go down, as they say, right, which people say the sun don't go, or there's no up or down, but when you don't see the sun, that's the new day that's coming. That particular 7 days, because in reality, a day with the Lord's 1,000 years, 1,000 years is one day. In reality, there is no days. But so you can reset yourself, it's called assimilation, where your chemicals regroup, waste products is gone, you know, and you leave here by way of ascension with the called ether cord, because you're always going to be here, but your mind ascends up. You go up, and if you're right, you come back. That's why you say good morning. You're back, it's a good thing, and you're mourning because you just left heaven. That's what the good morning was about. So these things I say with the infinite flow to manifest the truth in you and let the love light grow. And as we leave, we always say love, love. And if you hear somebody say love, love, right, that's part of us waking up. Because you say salam alaikum, peace be unto you, that's only a piece of something. You see, because it wasn't supposed to be like that. Everybody had a piece of something to come together and build this part. So whoever got one piece, got one piece. The Elohim, child of Elohim, come and see if they're worthy. If they're worthy, they can be able to join. If they're not, they will perish. Just like that. Just as nature don't care, the angels, we care, but to a certain degree. I gotta go. We hitting that 60 mark, and we